We often say, I'm exhausted, but rarely stop to ask why. What if the problem isn't how much we're doing, but how we're doing it? In today's fast-paced world, we confuse tiredness with mental overload. We wake up, our minds already spinning with notifications, worries, comparisons, and tasks. Before we've even taken our first conscious breath, we're already drained. But is this real exhaustion? Or is it a fog created by constant stimulation? True tiredness comes from physical effort or emotional labor that pushes us to our limits for a meaningful cause. But what most of us feel daily isn't that kind of tiredness. It's the fatigue that comes from being mentally scattered. We bounce between emails, messages, deadlines, Instagram stories, YouTube shorts, and everyone else's expectations. That isn't physical tiredness, it's mental fragmentation. And it's costing us more than we realize. Every time we switch tasks or shift focus, our brain has to reorient itself. That takes energy. When you do this dozens, even hundreds of times a day, your cognitive battery depletes rapidly. You feel like you've run a marathon, yet you've been sitting at a desk or scrolling through your phone. This kind of exhaustion doesn't come from meaningful output. It comes from mental chaos. And we mistake chaos for hard work. Our minds were never designed to process the volume of information we consume in a single day. From sunrise to midnight, we are bombarded with decisions, judgments, stimuli, and endless noise. Each tiny distraction chips away at our ability to stay grounded. We feel tired, but it's the kind of tired that doesn't go away after rest. Because the real problem isn't our body, it's our broken focus. We also underestimate how much emotional fatigue comes from trying to be everything for everyone. We stretch ourselves across roles: the perfect friend, partner, employee, creator, parent. We say yes to things we don't have energy for, and then blame ourselves for feeling worn out. But we're not tired from doing too much. We're tired from doing too much of what doesn't align with our core values. And here's the kicker. Doing work you don't care about is 10 times more draining than working hard on something you love. We say we're tired, but what we really mean is, I'm uninspired, I'm distracted, I'm misaligned. When our energy isn't channeled into something meaningful, it spills everywhere and leaves us feeling empty. We don't need more rest. We need more focus on what lights us up. Think about the last time you were fully immersed in something you truly enjoyed. Time flew. You felt alive. That's because focused energy generates momentum, but distracted energy, that creates friction. Every little mental detour, every unnecessary notification, every anxious thought, every tab left open pulls us further away from that flow. And we wonder why we feel stuck, tired, and frustrated. You're not broken, you're not lazy, and no, you're not as tired as you think. What you are is unfocused. You've given your energy to things that don't feed you, and in return they've drained you. It's not the doing that exhausts us, it's the directionless doing, the scattered attention, the constant switching. And until we reclaim our focus, we'll keep mistaking mental noise for exhaustion. Distractions aren't just minor interruptions, they're silent energy thieves. Every time you shift your attention without intention, you lose momentum. That loss builds up throughout your day until suddenly you feel drained without understanding why. We blame our mood, our sleep, or even the weather. But in reality, it's the 100 little distractions we entertain without realizing the price we paid. Most people think distractions are harmless, just a quick scroll, a fast reply, a glance at the news. But each one pulls you out of the mental space you were in. It takes time and energy to re-enter that zone. And when you're constantly pulled in and out of focus, you never get to fully drop into deep work or deep peace. You live on the surface of everything, never sinking into the things that could truly grow you. Energy is like water. It flows where your attention goes. And if your attention is scattered across meaningless conversations, irrelevant content, and constant comparison, your energy is being wasted. You could be building something great. You could be connecting to your deeper self. But instead, you're pulled into someone else's drama, agenda, or illusion. And the cost of that, your peace, your power. One of the most dangerous distractions is the illusion of productivity. We check things off a to-do list that doesn't reflect our actual priorities. We stay busy with tasks that don't serve our goals. That busy work becomes a trap. It keeps us feeling useful while making no real progress. It numbs us. It convinces us we're exhausted from effort when we're actually depleted by avoidance. Our phones, while powerful tools, are engineered to steal our attention. Every ping, every like, every recommendation is designed to capture a piece of your focus. But what they don't show is the energy it takes to recover from that constant fragmentation. Your mind can't thrive when it's always reacting. To reclaim your energy, you must reclaim your attention. Not all distractions are external. Some live inside us. Overthinking, self-doubt, imaginary conversations, and endless what-ifs drain us from within. We replay the past, rehearse the future, and completely miss the power of now. That inner noise becomes just as exhausting as any screen or notification. And, unless we learn to quiet that storm, we'll always feel like we're running on D. When you let distractions rule your life, you unconsciously give away your power. You're no longer the driver, you're being driven by whatever shouts the loudest. But your life deserves more than reactive moments. It deserves deliberate action, conscious effort, a commitment to focus on what truly matters and let the rest fade away. You don't need more energy, you just need fewer leaks. Plug the holes, say no to what doesn't align. Create space for silence, intention, and purpose. Because when you stop leaking energy, you start building momentum. And momentum is where transformation begins.